Hey everyone, today we're going to do some simple arm exercises using elastic exercise bands. So these ones are TheraBands. They have different brands of like everything, just a variety of exercise elastic bands, resistance bands, whatever you like to call it. So generally, just to go over these real quick, they come in different colors and the colors are associated with their resistance, right? So yellow is stretchier than red, which is stretchier than green, which I believe is stretchier than blue. I can't really tell which one's harder. But anyway, find one that works well for you. As with all of our exercises, these exercises might not be right for you. Only participate them if they feel good, if you feel safe, if you've consulted your healthcare professional and they deem that they are great for you also. These are just examples of things that you can do at home with an elastic resistance band. So the first one we're going to do is my favorite with these. I think it's really important to keep our triceps strong. This is what helps us move around and scooch in bed, stand up from chairs, stand up from the couch and whatnot. So I like to do it by holding it pretty close together and bringing both hands up by your collarbone. Keep one hand up by your collarbone while you bring the other one down. And so I like to generally scoot forward in my chair so nothing is blocking my arm from getting its full range of motion and completely straightening that elbow. My shoulder is staying still. I'm not really letting it move. And I'm doing slow and controlled motions up and down. I'm not letting the elastic, bring my arm back. It's nice and controlled the whole time. So you do about 10 or 15 on that side, then we switch. Keep one hand up and bring one hand down. And if you're watching this and you have an elastic band with you, go ahead and do these exercises along with me. Otherwise, you can watch and take note of which ones you want to try at home later, either while you're sitting watching TV or while you're sitting and just want to take some time for some exercise. You can do these with a friend, you can do these on your own. And we want to make sure that we are sitting upright, nice and tall. My back is straight. We're not slouched over, hunched while we're doing them. We want to make sure we have good posture, positioning, body mechanics, all of that to help these work best for you. So that's when I like with the bands. The closer you hold them, the harder it will be to stretch. The more slack you have, the easier it will be. So if it's too difficult and you're not getting there, give yourself a little more space. If it seems really easy, then maybe tighten it up a little bit. So the next one we'll do is just holding it about shoulder width apart, straight in front of you. And then we're just gonna stretch out to the side. And with everything in all of these, we might not make the whole motion, right? So my arms are coming all the way out to my shoulders straight. You might just be able to get a little bit and then come back. And that's okay too. Whatever works for you. It's just the motion and the movement, the slow, controlled motion. That's really important. So I can feel it no matter how far I go. If it's slow and controlled, I can feel the muscles working. So this is also a really good one to do associated with our breathing. Take a good deep breath in as you stretch out and you're opening up that chest there. And then breathe out as you come back in. All right. Ooh, I can feel it already. So the next one, when I do exercises with the bands with my arms, I like to anchor them under my foot. So I just take one end of the band and I just put it under my foot like this, but I stick it on the ground nice and secure. It might be easier sometimes it's easier with a shoe, sometimes it's easier without. Depends on your socks and your surface and the style of shoes you have. So just hold it down there nice and secure so it doesn't slap up and hit you in the face. And then hold the band at a comfortable resistance to you. And we're just gonna go straight up, bending the elbow, keeping the shoulder still. I'm not raising the shoulder at all for this one. I'm just straightening and bending the elbow, the opposite of the first one we did. Having the resistance as we pull up rather than down. As always, take good deep breaths as we're exercising as we're moving. If you don't like to do exercise and you want to call it movement or strengthening, whatever works for you, something to keep your arms strong. Okay, so when I come to the other side, I like to switch it to my other foot. You don't necessarily have to, it just might be a little more comfortable. Then we're gonna come up and see that's a little loose for me, so I bring it down, make it a little more stretchy. Keeping my positioning upright and straight. Sitting in a nice sturdy chair. And keeping your motion slow and controlled. I say in all my exercise videos, we like to use our muscles, not our momentum. So if we're just kind of, doing this, we're not actually getting that work. We want to keep it nice and controlled using these bands. Just a few more. All right. I'm going to switch to the other side because that one's getting a little tired. This time we're going to secure it the same way and do something very similar, but instead of bending the elbow, I'm going to keep the elbow straight and I'm going to bring the shoulder up. So I keep myself sitting nice and upright. Bring the arm straight up and straight down. I don't want to lean to the side as I'm doing it. Try to keep your body nice and controlled and centered. And bring your arm up and down. As with anything, if this is as far as you get, that's great. Whatever movement works for you. If you're having pain in the movement, then we'll skip this one. And we'll do a different one that doesn't cause that pain. We want to be strengthening and exercising, but as I'm not there with you, we can't problem solve what those pains might be. So we want to just do what's in your comfort zone. Nice and slow and controlled movement. Strengthening that arm. I can feel it right up in here. We'll do just a couple more. All right. We'll switch it to the other side. So these are great because we're going to do a series of the arm exercises with the bands to do about a 10-minute exercise. And I bet you can probably find 10 minutes in your day, each day, to do a little bit of movement, a little bit of exercise. But if 10 minutes all at once is too much, if you don't have the time, if you don't have the energy, if you don't have the strength, that's okay. These are great because each one is separate. So just maybe do two. Pick two of these exercises and do them. Or just one. Spread them out throughout the day. Do them all at once. Whatever works for you. Nice and controlled. Up and down. Keeping your body straight and upright. All right. They're hard. I'm struggling with you. I promise. So take your good deep breaths. The next one I'm going to actually, if your band is long enough, so the next two I'll do works better with longer bands. And I'm going to hold with both hands on both ends and put the middle around my foot. So again, I'll loop it like this. And I'll just kind of stick my foot out in front of me. My knee isn't bent anymore. My leg is out in front. And we're going to do rows. So I'm going to take, both ends and pull my elbow straight back. So again, you might need to scoot forward in your chair. And I always explain it like you're going to elbow someone behind you. Just stick the elbow straight back. Keep them close to your side. We're not coming all the way out or twisting. Keeping the elbows tight in your sides. Straight back, like we're doing a row machine or whatnot. My hands are a little slippery. Just put on some lotion. That probably wasn't a good idea. So you can readjust as you go and just bring these straight back. Tighten those shoulder blades together as you come back. Keeping yourself controlled. All right. And since we were doing both arms at the same time on that one, I don't need to switch feet because we already got the motion. We're not working our feet there, we're working our arms. So this next one, I'm gonna bring it back behind my back and under my arms like this. It's not always the easiest motion to do if you need to, you know, reach it around, whatever works for you. But we're gonna do like a chest press. So I like to have it kind of up by my chest. Not up too high, we don't want it in your armpits, but just straight down here. Again, my hands are a little slippery, so I'm gonna try to grab this where they won't slip out. We sit up nice and tall, and we're just gonna push straight forward and back, like we're doing a chest press. This is where it's helpful, like I said, to have a longer band, especially if your hands are slippery, because then you can kind of wrap it around a little bit to get a better grip. I don't know if my band is quite long enough for that, but it seems to work, kind of. So you want to grab a hold of it, whatever's comfortable for you. If you need to make a little loop around the end to get a better grip, that's fine. And we have surpassed our 10 minutes of exercise. Great job. We made it to 11 and a half. So we will end there. These are just some simple exercises to do with elastic resistance bands. Like I said, they might not be perfect for you. Some of them might be great for you. So just keep these in mind. Try to make 10 minutes throughout your day, whether it's broken up into pieces or all at once, to get in some strengthening, get in some movement. So today it's with the elastic bands. Have a great day. Hope you enjoy.